Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Hip Hop Hour. We're about to play some amazing music in a second. Are you guys excited? Are you guys ready?
I'm excited, David.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
It's about to get lit.
We got special guest K.A.A.N in the building tonight. I hope you guys are ready for this heat. Right now, you know what we're about to do?
What are we about to do?
We're about to get lit. What's that sound, David?
The Hip Hop Hour.
Woo! I hope y'all are ready for this one. Let's get it.
I'm gonna shoot you.
Yeah. Halloween. Taliban.
David.
Yo.
I'm excited, man.
Are you?
Oh.
What's that?
I was running through the six with my woes. Guess what I ran into? I ran into my man K.A.A.N. You know what K.A.A.N said?
What'd he say?
Yo, you got an open spot for your show? You know what I said?
What'd you say?
Hell yeah, we got an open spot for you. We got K.A.A.N calling in tonight. Tonight, man.
Can't wait.
I hope y'all are hyped, man, because I'm hyped. I'm hyped for this.
It's gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
Oh, I got some questions that I already cooked for them. They're fresh from the oven, baby. You know.
Fresh out the oven.
Fresh out the oven. Yo, we'll be right back right after this message, and we will bring you the... Wait, what's that sound?
The Hip Hop Hour.
Heck yeah. I can say hell. Hell yeah. We'll be right back. What's that sound?
Coming to you live from 91.5 WGRE FM. From boom bap to modern day trap. Hailing from the Nat BK and back is none other than J Mike and David Lopez. Bringing you the Hip Hop Hour.
Oh, man. Man, oh, man, oh, man.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
I'm for real. I'm so serious. I'm 100 right now.
You're 100.
Yes, sir.
I'm like a 98.
You 98.
Yeah,
Did we talk about last show how you keep it 99? But
Yeah,
never
I keep
100?
it 99. Never 100.
Never 100 because it's too much. You can't be real all the time.
I don't think that's even realistic.
Oh.
I don't think it's 100 to say you're 100. Like, I think it's 99 to say you're 100.
Bars, bro. You spitting right now. It's not 100 to say you 100. Boy, what you talking about? I'm about to call her a hunter. What? What am I saying?
Okay.
What? Okay. Come on. Okay. Yo, but welcome to the Hip Hop Hour, man. Tonight we got K.A.A.N in the building sonically. It's always sonically. So when I say it, just go with the flow from now on. And like that way, if they actually are in the building next time, you'll be like, oh,
you'll be really hyped.
That's his actual voice. That is like, over the phone. But that's him. That's God.
Yeah, man.
But maybe who knows? One day he'll be able to fly out. With that all that money he's making. I'm just kidding. Yeah, man. So we got K.A.A.N in the building, and we're gonna discuss talking about some features today and what it means to like be a featured artist and like being featured on songs today.
What that means just for the genre in general. Because that's something that's relatively new.
Yeah.
Relatively.
Relatively. But yeah, because we'll get into it. But so we're just setting up the show. So we're gonna talk about that. Then K.A.A.N's gonna call in. We got this interview for him. It's gonna be real dope. It's gonna be real tight. Then we're debuting 2 of K.A.A.N's songs off of his newest album that or EP, whatever, that just dropped on SoundCloud. It's the date. Oh boy, he's gonna kill me for not knowing the date. But it's a date. The title of the album is a date that isn't complete. It's I got you right now. You talk for like 10 seconds and I will get you the date.
Well, man, we're just really excited for the show. Obviously, we're very excited to bring on K.A.A.N, and very much excited about our topic of features and what that means. So what's the album title?
1/12/1990 question mark.
1990 question.
Yes. So it's like you're writing like, what's the date on the SAT? And then you're like 1/12/1990 question.
You'd lose like 5 points for that, I think.
I don't think so, man.
No?
I think you gain 5 points.
For not knowing the date?
For questioning their sense of time. They'll be like, touche, Mr. K.A.A.N.
I don't know what date it is.
Maybe it is in 1995. Maybe it is 94.
Maybe we're all in the Matrix.
Maybe we're
actually.
all in the Matrix and stuck in the 90s. Oh, maybe that's what it is. 1990. It's like 90s beats because he did sample a lot of. Ooh, I'm picking up what you're putting down, Khan. I'm picking up.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Features, man.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about, especially recently, there have been a lot of features. Most artists have at least 3 or 4 other artists featured on their songs. What do you think about just that practice and that tradition?
I think you talking about now or like over time?
Either or.
I think that I think that like in terms of features, we're getting more like dependent on it. I feel. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. What is your opinion on features? Because I want to see where you're gonna go with this.
Right. Well, I mean, I think that originally it was used as like a well, first of all, creatively, I'm sure that you'd have 3 or 4 artists just in the studio, and then they see another artist and like, yo, let's just do a song real quick, and then they do it and it sounds dope, and that was cool. It kind of started more organically, and I think it still does sometimes. But now I hear what you're saying. It's getting a little overused, and it's definitely more of a sales tactic than anything. Because for example, that song "Bad Blood," right, by Taylor Swift, and she brought on Kendrick for some reason.
No, but that, like, you know what that's called though?
What?
Paying your favors. No, I'm so serious. No, listen. So in the music and business and industry, entertainment industry, actually, signing under the same record label, right? You feel me? Or the big studio,
right?
There's gonna be times where, in order to generate revenue and profit, they're gonna be like, okay, you know who's hot right now? Kendrick Lamar. You know, it would be a dope collaboration that no one has really tapped into, rap and pop/country. But you know who can really pull it off? These 2 young artists that everyone and then like not only like, because you can get away with they're trying to unite everyone. Boy, it's about that.
It's about money. Because if you see Kendrick Lamar, like for example, the only reason I heard of that song is because I was scrolling down YouTube, and I see featuring Kendrick Lamar. And Kendrick Lamar is one of my favorite artists, as all of our viewers know, our listeners know.
That's true.
So I was like, oh, featuring Kendrick Lamar. Well, what? Him and Taylor Swift? No way. So I had to listen to it because I knew that he was on it, and that's the point. To get people like me who wouldn't have listened to Taylor Swift any other way to listen to it.
True. It is a good advertising technique.
Absolutely.
And like also because I was going throughout, why do you think The Rock wants to do movies like what was it Game when he was like the quarterback and like his daughter was the ballerina, or the
Tooth Fairy,
Tooth Fairy. You think he wants to do that?
Absolutely
you think
not.
He goes in there like, you know what I need to be today?
I really want to be the Tooth Fairy.
I really want to be the Tooth Fairy. I really want to be the Tooth Fairy. I think they need to start perpetuating a male Tooth Fairy that has a lot of bulk but is also really light on his feet. And you know what? I can do that.
Right.
I can do that. No.
Yeah.
He doesn't go in there like that. Like Kendrick doesn't go like, you know who I really need to make an album with right now? Taylor Swift. Man, that's what I need to make a record with.
It's really funny, man. Like you'll hear the interviews and stuff and they're giving each other props. Like he said that he is a Taylor Swift fan. I'm like, you ain't a Taylor Swift fan. Come on, son.
Oh, dude.
It's like, come on.
You know they're like, why you lying? No.
Why you lying?
But you know they do it for the moolah.
Absolutely.
But what do you think of collaboration albums like Future Drake mixtape? I'll incorporate that.
That was for the overall album, to be perfectly honest, I wasn't impressed.
But you don't like trap music, David. We all know this.
This is what I'll give it, is that it was a fun album that you could just turn up with your friends to.
Isn't that the point? What a time to be alive. It's not like they're talking about, I'm young Da Vinci.
Yeah. Shameless plug.
You'll get it later.
Yeah, you're right. They that was the point. It's just...
It's always Travis Scott, Drake Future, What do you think about Kanye West and Jay-Z album?
That was dope. The production was incredible.
Okay.
Some of the I wasn't a fan of every single song, but I thought that just Jay-Z really showed off his ability to produce. Like,
True.
Incredibly showed off.
True. Now, what album do you think is going to be better? That album or the J. Cole Kendrick one?
J. Cole Kendrick. All day. All day.
Because we all know it's coming. Why are you lying?
Yeah.
All these lies. Talking about keeping it 100. That should be the theme. Why is the entertainment business lying to us?
They always lie,
with
man.
beefs. I'm pretty sure Meek Mill and Drake. I don't know. That could be staged. That can't be staged.
Yeah, maybe.
But either way,
we don't know. But that's the point, though. Why don't we know? Like, why are we always questioning their motives? Because they lie all the time.
That's true.
That's it.
Ooh, boy, you ain't never lied. Just kidding.
Real quick, what about some really good features? Like, because there have been some incredible features.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any that have just gotten you like, ooh, that was good?
Any good features?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you name one.
I thought, and I might be killed by a couple of our listeners, but Chance was featured on a Justin Bieber song called Confident.
Confident.
He killed
That
it.
was good. Yo.
He killed it.
Yo, I think
He made that song listenable.
I think Andre 3000 on any song.
On any, you're
on
right.
any song.
Yeah, no, you're
literally any song Andre 3 Stacks is on. I'm like, why isn't this dude dropping an album, man?
Yeah.
No, for real though. Like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
Why isn't that a thing? Come on, Andre. We know you're still making music.
I hope so, at least.
He says he's got to take care of kids. Ugh.
I don't know, bro. There are some up-and-coming rappers who have kids, 2 jobs, and they still find time to make music.
True. But 3 Stacks ain't gonna neglect his kids like that. You feel me? Like,
So you don't gotta neglect them. They go to sleep at a certain time. Am I wrong?
no, I mean, you're right, but it's just like, dang. Like, you expect them to get no sleep, take care of the kids during the day, make music during the night, never sleep. Amen. There we go. That's what we're doing. That's what we promote.
But there have been some awesome features, like some really good music has come out of features. Some just like original collaborations, like Run DMC and Aerosmith. That was dope.
Or like all right. So what do you think? Because we're talking about features, but then there comes this cloudy area of rap groups, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, because like most rap started out with rap groups, you know what I'm saying? Grandmaster Flash and what, the Messenger, I think it was called. I'm not sure, but anyways, everyone was just like teaming up. They're like, yo, rap groups. And then like, when do you think the solo? I'm thinking about that now. When do you think the solo rap actually started? And then that started to like have features and stuff. You feel me?
Right. When did that happen? To be honest, man, I don't know. There were individual rappers all throughout, hip hop history, but I don't know. I mean, some of my favorite features as of recent. I know Kendrick Lamar has been featured on a lot of stuff that I like, not only because it's him, but because he's come with some good features like him. SZA has some awesome people to feature on.
That's true.
Had Chance, Kendrick, a couple other rappers, and they make incredible music. Who else? Kendrick has some good features on his album. One person I want to shout out though is J. Cole for making an entire album without features.
That's true.
That was incredible.
He gets no love for that album.
No love.
I was having a debate with Laura this weekend, and she was like, "Who do you think is better, Kendrick or J. Cole?" And I was like, "Yo, that's a tough question. You can't really ask me that." And then I asked her. I told her, I was like, "But I think Kendrick has had the better production in terms of like artistry, in terms of the production of his album. I thought Kendrick had a better production. I thought it was very like interwoven, well done. He was picky with his features. I thought he did good with it. And then like I like the instrumentation. And then she was like, yeah, but J. Cole had no features. And I was like, that's a good point.
It's very good.
Because like
he did it obviously he didn't do it alone. Every album,
but essentially
collaboration project, obviously, his producers and such. But yeah, essentially what he didn't do, and what I love is he took out that marketing part, right? Like the part that said, I need a whole bunch of artists to be on my album so that I can sell it. He's like, nah, I'm gonna sell them me instead, and then I'll do well. And he did. He platinumed. So like,
that's true.
that was awesome. So overall, I think that features can be a really awesome thing if done well, and if the purpose is to fuse sounds, and if the purpose is to really make good music, because you can always tell the difference. Like, you can tell when a rapper comes on and spits a 9-bar, just like you could tell they just wrote it on the way to the studio, and like, you know, it was like, oh man, who does it? Drake does that all the time
on his BlackBerry.
Dude, he just
no one's ever gonna let him live that down.
Son, he just goes on, spits some garbage on a track. Now he's done some really awesome features before, but like,
that's true.
And that's just really annoying because all they want is that person's name. Or what is it? One thing that annoyed me about J. Cole, it was on his album before, that song Forbidden Fruit. Loved the song, great song, but he featured Kendrick just saying the hook. Like that was it.
Well, that's what Childish Gambino did that with Chance, and because the internet, and all Chance said throughout the whole song, all she needed was some. All she needed was some.
That's
all she needed was some.
I was like, come on.
That's all Chance said, like, and I'm like, that's not really a feature.
That's not a feature. That's like a sentence. Come on,
that's a sample.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, Kanye West doesn't say featuring Otis Redding.
Yeah, and it's like,
you know what I'm saying?
Come on, son. You know, like, that's annoying. But and in that, it looks like, I mean, because I hear you trying to use that person's voice because they have a unique voice. Both Kendrick and Chance have very unique voices, but
I think it comes back to favors, though.
Yes.
This is like,
I agree.
Yo, I gave you a hook, you give me one, or it's under the same record label. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
But anyways, what's more important?
More important.
More important.
There's nothing more important.
Yes, sir. You know what's more important? We got K.A.A.N in the building. You know what's better than pros? K.A.A.N. I don't know. I tried. But we got K.A.A.N in the building, and he will be here right after these messages. Stay tuned. This is J. Mike
and David Lopez,
and you're listening to, what's that sound?
The Hip Hop Hour.
Woo! Ain't it, baby? Tune in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the man of the hour, K.A.A.N. Show everyone that you're in the building.
What's good, man?
Yo,
what's going on?
What's good, man? How are you living right now?
Chilling, man. Just working.
Oof, you sound fatigued.
Yeah. Just recording all the time, right? That's it, man.
Yeah, so good to have you on the show, man. Let's get into this interview. First question, first things first, man. How did you get into hip hop? Just give us a little introduction on how that happened.
Honestly, it just came from just riding in the car with my parents and hearing on the radio. You know what I mean? Just hearing like Tupac, Biggie, just like basic generic classic hip hop. Not too much underground stuff. Just like basic stuff that's on the radio.
Right.
And just like I thought it was interesting.
All right, so going off of that, you know, getting into hip hop, what and like obviously you got a really good following on SoundCloud and everything, and people love your music. You know what I'm saying? So what are you have to have like a favorite moment in the game that you've had so far. So shed some light on that.
I mean, honestly, it's just internet stuff right now. So I mean, like the most progression I saw was like my first video I put out, and it got like 30,000 views in a week. That was probably like the most progression I saw.
What video was that?
Concepts.
Okay. Yeah, I checked that out earlier today. It's got like 100,000 now, doesn't it? 100,000 views.
I mean, honestly, I don't even really check the numbers for.
That's fair. Humble, sir. So I know like Tupac is your biggest influence, or at least like I've been reading up on you. You know, I've been doing my research. You know, and
I
so
appreciate it.
yes, sir. So if you had to meet one hip hop icon today who's alive, who would it be, and how would that conversation go with that person? Like one thing you want to know, just like give us like some insight on that.
I mean, honestly, like probably Rakim. Probably Rakim, just because the time he rapped with like Big Daddy Kane, Cool Mo D, Boots Rap, Like, he rapped at a time where, like, the landscape was filled with, like, raw. And it was just crazy. It was competition. Like, he's considered, like, the best out of that area. And it's like not stuff now. It's not as complex. It's not as like they don't sound as complex. But it was like the foundation for what we're now.
Are you sitting close to a radio right now, my man?
Nah, not even.
Oh, word. We're just getting a little bit of sonic feedback from you. That's all. But you're good. You're good. But David's got a question for you right now.
Absolutely, man. I mean, so you said Rakim would be the one that you'd meet with. So you spoke about a little bit before, just that, you know, Biggie, Tupac, some of your biggest influences. Just some more music influences. Like, where do you get when it comes to your production and some of the things that you're going for? Like, what are the sounds that you like? Some of the influences from that perspective, your beats and your production and things you like to rap over. Where are those influences from?
I mean, I like to listen to like all types of music. I like to listen to Nirvana, everything from like Nirvana to Etta James. So like, I'm pretty much just looking for like soulful stuff. Stuff I like can see as soon as I hear it.
Right. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, all right. So it's no surprise, right? You're skilled with the mic, man.
Absolutely.
Like the way you rap is, I can't even, the only way I can describe it is just like you're just kind of like a machine gun, dude. The way that you fire out like your rounds and your lines, it's like, it's not even, it's more of a turret, really, like on a video game that just doesn't run out like
that kill
infinity
streak.
ammo. You got that Halo turret going around when you rap. And I listen to your songs and I'm just like, I listen to the 4-for-1, the 3-for-1. I listen to all your songs and I'm just like, how does he do it? So like, first of all, do you breathe? And like, if not, you got to show me that technique.
There's definitely grabs and cuttings in there. Like, nobody does that. Nobody does that all the way through.
Yeah.
Bone Thugs, Twisted, EPMD, Old Jay-Z, Big L. Nobody does that all the way through.
That's true. So,
I mean, me personally, I try to focus more on the words, like what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The way it comes out is, I guess, just the way it comes out.
Yeah, because I listened to your music and I was listening to, I think it was Concepts too, and your alliteration in there. I remember he rapped for like 30 seconds. Like, I don't even know how many bars it was.
Incredible.
Just everything that started with the P or had a P in it, he was just snapping. And I was just like, and then he switched the letter to like M, or like I remember he switched the letter. I was like, yo, this dude's rapping the alphabet, literally. He's like, yo, let me get a dictionary. Let me cue all these words together. Brilliant. But then, like, you know, his message in the words is still there. It's not like he's just rapping to rhyme. He actually has a message with all these words, and it keeps the alliteration, keeps the speed, changes up the flow.
Right.
So, how did you develop that? Like, that's something that you had to find out sooner or later. Like, how did you know that you had this type of skill?
I mean, I appreciate you noticing that and pointing it out, because a lot of people don't. It's just like, you see the flow. Like, people don't really listen to it. So it's kind of tough, because it's tough because, like, I can do stuff like that, but it's not really going to get appreciated the way that, like, I would like it to.
Right.
But I mean, in terms of like me getting like that, I mean, honestly, it's just from practice, like repetition. Just like constant, every day, just like always writing.
Okay.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. I mean, man, like Gerald said, I don't keep saying it, man, but your skills is it's incredible, man. It's really cool. So just in that, man, just tell us about some of the latest things that you've been doing, some of the more recent music you've been putting out.
September 22nd, I put out a project, a small remix project. It's like 590 beats. I'm working on like some big projects right now at the moment, so I'm a bit busy.
Does it like you sound really fatigued from it? Like it must take a lot out of you, man. Because you're like, yeah, I'm putting out this project. You know what I'm saying? This is like,
nah, I mean, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Man,
that's what I think is kind of important about about interviews like this. I don't mean to toot our own horn, but like it's good for our viewers to know how hard it is to make an album, to put out music.
Absolutely.
So like I appreciate you coming on the show, man, and kind of just showing people that like you're putting a lot of work into what you're doing, and that's just incredible and very admirable.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I mean, just kind of with that vein, just looking at a lot wider scope. K.A.A.N, what do you want to contribute to hip hop, man? Because obviously, you're not. No one's the first to start this thing. You're kind of caught in the middle of this conversation. What do you want to contribute?
Me personally, I just want to connect with people on a personal level. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really matter to me, like, who it is and what they look like. I'm just trying to connect with people. Because I feel like you really do, at this point where I'm at, and tell your story. So, like, it's just all about finding people that relate to your story.
Yeah.
That's real, man. So, like, kind of with that, how? Because I know you worked with Orbit. If not, like, if you haven't worked with them, he's like your producer. Like, you guys collaborate on all these projects. So how did you link up with Orbit, man?
I met him through my cameraman, Steve.
Oh, word.
And he played him that concept joint. The first joint I put out, like the first video I put out. He hit me up. We did like 2 songs, and I just started recording them on the regular.
Dang, man.
Very simple.
So do you guys, is it kind of like a Drake and 40 type thing where it's gonna be like that type of producer artist exclusivity, or not exclusivity, but like you guys like work with each other mainly, just the two of you, or is it just like you guys just collaborate a lot?
I mean, I would just record with him right now. We're in the process of like trying to make our own original stuff. But like right now, it's just like I'm getting beats from a lot of different people.
Oof, man. So real quick, I think we got like 2 more questions, and then we're gonna let you get on and keep creating you. But like, what is walk us through a day in the life of K.A.A.N at his utmost productivity. Like, is it just kind of give us like that tour real quick, because I'm really interested to see like your creative process, what you do. I'm just interested to hear about that.
I mean, me personally, I work. I work Monday through Friday. At like 5:15, 4:50 around that time, and I'm working till like 2. So like when I get to work, I feel like immediately work. I'll usually write for like 2-3 hours, and then I'll get off, come home, roll a L, and then go off to the studio, record till like 12 or 1, and then go to sleep and do it all over again.
Man, yeah. The writing process is like, how long does it typically take you to write a song?
I mean, lately, as of late, it's been like 2 hours for a complete song. Writing verses in like 10 minutes.
That's insane. That's crazy, man.
Especially to the level of music that you've gotten to. That's impressive.
I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, maybe it takes him like a couple days, a week at most. Like if he's like
it used to when I first started.
How did you?
Concepts take 3 weeks to write.
Wow.
How did that time narrow down over time?
I mean, just doing it every day. Just like repetition.
That'll do it, man. Well, K.A.A.N, it was, it's always good to hear from you and like hear your music, but to actually have you on the air with us in this interview, That's crazy. I really.
Nah, I appreciate y'all having me.
Yeah, of course, man. Like you're one of the. I was talking to my friend Kenneth, and he said that, man, this dude, because he put me on to you. Or no, one of my other friends put me on to you. So that's good. A lot of people are talking about you. Not in the Maryland area. But yeah, he was talking to me about you. He was like, man, K.A.A.N's got one of the best, like, flows I've ever heard. Yeah. Like the best flows. And I know you don't like, people just noticing your flows. But that's what initially got him hooked. And then he was like, he would just listen to your songs on repeat, and we would just chill and listen to your music. And he was like, yo, you got to have him on your show. Like, do you hear like what he's saying? Like this, like the content of his music is like,
it's deep, man.
It's good. Like it's really authentic. I don't know anyone else who sounds like K.A.A.N. So you got to check for that. You're not like
authenticity.
Yeah.
You're not Drake number 385.
Right. And I just think that you have a good backing. I am curious though, since you are from the Maryland area, does anyone be like, oh, like, do you know Logic? Or like, like call you like the second upbringing of Logic if they talk like, you know what I'm saying? Because he's from the area.
I mean, I hear the comparisons and I've heard that, but you know Logic. I don't personally know the guy. Like, I would just love his music like everybody else. And I mean, to keep it 100, I freestyled my whole life, but I never took the shit seriously until I saw him perform. Like, I saw him live at Soundstage about like 4 or 5 years ago. And he had Taib Ali opening for him. Man. And like the way he did that shit, like literally, like I literally believe like I could do that shit. It's some corny shit, but
man,
it's crazy.
That's incredible, man. Well, this has been K.A.A.N from Maryland. Any last shout outs, man? Keep it clean. Any last shout outs?
Yeah, no, I'm my cameraman, Trey, boy Sam, and everybody listening.
All right, man. Well, that was K.A.A.N.
Thank you so
from
much.
Maryland. Thank you for being on this interview, man. Up next.
No problem.
After this message, of course, dog, of course. After this message, we got Concepts 2 and Bars off of his latest album. K.A.A.N, you ready for this? You ready for this, K.A.A.N? He's like, let's do it. All right, we'll be right back after this message. Stay tuned. We got K.A.A.N's 2 songs off his latest EP coming up. And then we're going to wrap up the show. This is J. Mike.
And David Lopez.
And my man K.A.A.N with K.A.A.N, what's the show called?
Damn, I don't even remember.
The Hip Hop Hour, the Hip Hop Hour, the Hip Hop Hour, the Hip Hop Hour. There we go.
I'm so sorry.
It's all good, man. You're tired. You've been working. That's all good, baby. All right.
This is really dope.
Appreciate it, man. All right, we'll be right back after these messages.
What's up, everybody? This is Steve-O, and you're listening to WGRE 91.5, your sound alternative. Woo!
Yeah, they call me Marcus Aurelius Garvey. You and I, it was a way to assimilate. I'ma disseminate every single intention you put in the verse, and the word of the flow is the form of definitive adoration. Mean a beautiful mind, and I am the product of Malcolm and Martin's collaborative dream, perpetual king. So within the time that we live in, I'm giving you lyrics I deem a cynical scene. Working for cream, I pick up the pen and I scheme. The biggest of critics are quicker to pick it apart, defining a man and a pen of the parts. I'm playing the rhythm, they calling it art. Committed to murder, the verdict is dark. I start by giving you emphasis, guarantee you remember this. Memorizing the cadence, I penetrate with camaraderie, constantly contemplating my theories of physiology. Follow me as I estimate, humorously I escalate and execute astutely with the flus. I pray that you never confuse it, making it for your amusement to realize they're giving ridiculous lines. I'm speaking the truth, presented to you. I said that we keeping it cool, these niggas refusing to lose. I give an opinion depicting a radical view. I choose to be insane, and my brain is an algorithm, an astronomical fortress conversing but not conforming, cause cowards cower for hours, devoured by this performance. You dormant and I'm euphoric, you give the rhythm and force it, the source of the simultaneous infiltrate with endorphins. My style is highly caloric, the status quo is the flow I define. defeated them with tenacity. My vocabulary is at a maximum capacity. General relativity, revolutionizing the way you understanding gravity. A wrapping of the fabric of space and time. I'm Einstein, giving the people a formula. The dope warning. Set it and focus, you better believe it. The way that I'm rhyming and barely breathing. I'm minding my business, a murder, the beating. The point that I'm working to make is that people debating. I guarantee I'ma create the sickest of sentences you can relate. And I will not do it, they hit it, I'm crazy. So I never rest in control of my fate. They're telling you everything that you wanted to hear whenever they run in your face. The second you turn, the quicker they burn. And I've been awake cause I already learned. I'm taking my time, perfecting the craft and getting my way to give you the wrath of K.A.A.N. is the consequence. All of your lyrics contradict. They lack the certain presence and effervescence of prominence. The K is for the knowledge that I am constantly seeking. The A's are put in the middle as I'm attempting to allocate. The N is for the nonsense that the public will entertain. As I explain, my name's an acronym, lyrical acrobat. It's knowledge above all nonsense. Can you imagine that? I'm moving the hustle and muscle, giving the rhythm you live in the past. A part of the pen and the pen of the book. A piece of the pop of the people to eat. We giving a beautiful feast, a literal beast until every thought is obese. Food for the minds of the foolish. Many a minuscule men try to suppress what I attest with a pen. When will it end? My lines are actually accurate. Never asking. I put iodine inside my apparatus. I'm extracting the sweetest and the malevolence necessary for relevance. An innovative poet is fixated as relative sedatives in my system while singing, swinging the razor blade. Sad to say that I'm somber, so someone tell me they say the day to synthesize a sound so it's similar to a symphony orchestrated and capable to strangulate you with vapor. I said that I'm giving you elegance, but never defining the elements. I'm telling a story and forming a tale, a way for the people to really prevail. The problem is all the irrelevant rap. Now you banging everything you were sold. I'm wondering sitting inside of my room and I pray for my soul to prepare for the doom. Assume that I would glorify violence and plenty ignorance, subliminal messages inside of all of the images. I'm a reclusive author that's very strict with tradition. I'm speaking of isolation while giving you my rendition. Was ridiculed as a child and my pain I put in the chalice with silence. The flow dyslexic and very mentally challenged. When fuckers for degrade me with degrees, but my decree is I can see that I'll probably never be free. I'm afflicted by insecurities, currently contemplating. I've cultivated catastrophes by living alone and being depressed, but then created a masterpiece. Exactly, I'm actually asking for attrition. Effectively, your submissive deficiencies in your vision. Your mind inside of a prison, prolific whenever spinning, accelerated the rhythm. I've written forming a simile, so my signature resonates. Assembling a pseudonym, reprimanding a saboteur, salivating for sabotage, getting sense of the sinister, delivering this dope to the Pope and the poor minister. Principles of the precipice, people pushing the passion, perplexity of the purpose. So pardon passive aggression, premeditated perdition. The pummel punish a pundit. My punch is harder than pumice. I contradict with some politicians and statisticians. A prescription that came from two physicians, playing my position. In my mind I seem to find a paradise inside the privacy. The paradigm, particular policy of your piracy, depositing the power to possibly be considered great. Disintegrate then dissipate. We gotta keep it honest. I can't deceive with naivete. Trying to enter the fortress by formulating the gorgeous. They forging force in the source in the hopes of finding the fortune. I've written this rigor mortis. You mortified and I'm morphing, absorbing this smorgasbord for the sport to soar with a connoisseur. A commodore accommodating reconnaissance complicated. The case of the kid that was killing it with calligraphy. A legendary figure resemblance of a relic. I'm doing the most and I'm setting the pace. A picture of painted a person of pain. We keeping it real and you never contain, but there is a room for your head. You're never complacent. Flow is a days and showing you everything that I face. And what am I making? Never mistaken. Some of the innocent lyrics and ages. I suffocate like corsets. Can't control when I tortured. Of course it was of importance. I pointed out and I pour it. Deplorable as an asterisk. Concentrate with concordance. Exuding the excellence of an existential extortionist. I pray that you enjoy what I created for you. And this concludes the feature presentation Concepts 2. Look, now I could write something that's ignorant, presented as immaculate, then package it for people to purchase, digging inside your purses and pockets for profit that I know that you need it. Don't pay your mortgage or no car, don't give them dollars to me. I dominantly attest a system that was set in place with politics. The problem is this archaic, so I'll explain it quick. Of course you need a singular image, then you're excelling. Don't worry about your content, cause hatred is always relevant and prevalent. I'm sure you'll find the proper way to sell the kids and catch them while they're young. They never question your integrity, selectively invaded the market. Your product's averaging with money behind it. I promise that you'll be popping up, put you on every blog, and that's how you'll gain your respect. When you popular, they assuming you're automatically next in your catalog filled with records. It sounds exactly the same as this get monotonous. All your music is draining the energy out my body. It's crazy, I'm trying to take it back to pocket bigger punters. I punish you with these artifacts, relics of what they used to be. Honesty over you, so retake a seat, come and see. I will leave you in disbelief. Now you baffled by my intelligence, not to mention the cadence, but that's aside from the fact and the stat I'm currently stated. Just pay attention to lyrics to see what they really saying. I bet that you would be blown away, wondering what you listen for. As I propose the apropos, opposing, take the higher road, exposing true intentions. They devious and deliberate, deceiving with the statics. The average or recepting, except I'm setting the tip of one tone. I take you to temple, momentum, let the other brief focusly. I dispose of beef, keep this kid in your memory. Mention me, but I need to be better than all my enemies. Never sleep deep in my mezzanine. Wide awake, I refuse to dream. Flow is a methamphetamine, meddling with adrenaline, pedaling, trying to pass them on. I crush a couple Adderalls, I'm feeling like a junkie, nodding off. I need my second win as I begin to pen. Is now a part of me, compartmentalize the pain my father causes. Fuck that simple nigga, what the hell do you know? And apparently I am too stupid and gullible. I could never be anything more than what I am currently. I should probably quit, I'm wasting all my time and I might as well call it off. I guess I need to straighten up and fly right so I can be like my dad, who set the perfect example on how you should live. And that's to raise your wife and kids until they no longer speak. Then you come home and cause a hell so that they never see peace. The place that we rested our heads, ever stepped in a war zone with a tyrant that's running rampant and ranting on telephone, telling anyone that don't listen that my kids are shit. Bunch of worthless motherfuckers and my wife owns a bit. Not discuss all of my issues, there's no need to recall the fact I'm an alcoholic that was never involved or took an interest within the children that I helped to create. I live in a delusional world and that's not even my fault. The relationship I have with my kids is the one that I want. I provided and put food on the table, that's all that they needed. Who cares about love or compassion? Ain't no empathy given. That nip taught me shit, I learned this all on my own. I was lonely and suicidal way before I was grown. Now my adult years are filled with fears and animosity. I repress my emotions so that they will not affect me. I've done that shit for, and now I think I'm defecting. Reflecting on my regrets, I gotta find a way to deal with them, to get out of the darkness, become a productive citizen. I never run away from my pain, I prefer to live in it, to document my plight in the peak of these perfect sentences, praying that people feel it. I put my poems in proper pitch, ain't no need for support, just believe if I ever make it that I remember the doubt when nobody wanted to help. I dick by myself and I sacrificed all my time, but invested that in the craft. If I broke it down to explain it, you'll see that it's simple math. I get plus I work with the rarer focus, promoted by segregated you derelicts, demographic reactions to this reality. I attacked and I tackled totalitarian temperament, tentative tenants, attempted but never intended to take this metropolis, modernize it but modestly modify a monotony, mobilize a monopoly, making it mortify you. My mind is major and massive, the masses made me a martyr. I managed to use momentum to minimalize opinions maniacally they were given. I'm ending this on the positive, no proceed with propriety, do it without promotion or media notoriety, never exaggerate how I'm living this well below my means, create a flawless flow for the fakest, the fornicators, forsaken faith, for I know that I'd rather really be honest. I'm on a different trajectory, but you ain't nowhere near me. I think that I'll speed it up, cause I'm tired of speaking this clearly. I'm messing the flow and it's setting a beast. I bet it to get as you need. So what do you mean? You singing I'm all in your dreams. That nigga is heavily clean. He painted a picture and giving the scene. You're hearing him once he gets into a thing. You know that I work as a part of the dream. I guess that I struggle with everything, and that was the reason that we created a plan. I'm doing it better than most of these niggas really understands. I live in the stands. I said that I'm playing on my hand, but I was not given a chance. So relevant negative stands, love. Yeah.
The mics are too hot.
Stop. Stop it, David.
The fire. Oh my goodness. That was incredible.
Stop it, David.
Wow.
Stop it.
Yo, that was...
Stop.
What? That was...
You have no right to speak after that. You have no right to speak
Freedom
after that.
of speech. Not after that.
Not anymore. Oh my God.
That was incredible.
That was K.A.A.N. That was K.A.A.N. And that's our show. You know what?
All right, we're done here.
We're gonna end it on
guys.
that. I just cut the mic off.
All right, have a good one, guys. What's that sound? Hip Hop Hour.
Stay
Bye.
beautiful, Greencastle. That was K.A.A.N. Look him up. Twitter, Instagram at K.A.A.N Life Music. That's K.A.A.N LIFEMUSIC.
That was
K.A.A.N Life Music. We're just bye. Stay beautiful, Greencastle. We'll be here
We might be back next. I don't know.
Same time, same place.
Might have been good enough for next week. Now we're just playing, guys. Thank you so much for listening. K.A.A.N is incredible. Please go listen to his music. Tune in next week for the Hip Hop Hour again, 9 p.m. to 10 with
J. Mike
and David Lopez.
And you know what that sound is?
The Hip Hop Hour.
Dang straight.
Peace.
See you next week.
Yeah, Spider-Man and Freeze in full effect.